and thank you for joining us on FutureTV. I'm Lina Tamim, and these are today's top stories. One person is killed and 8 others injured in renewed fighting and sniper activity in Tripoli. Syrian authorities released a total of 62 women detainees, the latest in a 3-way prisoner exchange. And Germany summons the U.S. ambassador to Berlin over suspicions Washington is monitoring Chancellor Angela Merkel's mobile phone. One person has been killed and 8 were injured in renewed fighting and sniper activity in Tripoli. The national news agency has identified the casualty as Mohammed al-Nazir. Media reports say he was killed when sniper opened fire at his car. The fire broke out on Monday evening following Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's appearance on Al Mayadeen television for an interview. Tripoli MP Mohammed Kabbara reiterates his call to salvage the city, which has been witnessing deadly gun battles between rival gunmen for years now. The lawmaker also urged security agencies to establish a joint operations room to bring the situation under control. Prime Minister Najib Mikati condemns the renewal of clashes in Tripoli, saying that its residents feel like pawns in regional schemes. Following a security meeting with President Michel Sleiman on the latest developments in the city, Mikati said there is no other option for Tripoli but resorting to the state. He urged all sides to adhere to and cooperate with security agencies in order to restore calm. The Prime Minister further rejected claims that politicians are fueling the tensions in the city and declared no political cover will be granted to anyone. Commenting on the security plan that was recently approved for Tripoli, he revealed it has not been completely implemented. He explained that it will be implemented in phases, adding that certain security measures will be taken in the northern city. Syrian authorities have released a total of 62 women detainees, the latest in a 3-way prisoner exchange. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights says the women were released over the past 2 days. Non-Lebanese Shia hostages held for 17 months by a rebel group in northern Syria were exchanged on Saturday for 2 Turkish pilots held in Lebanon since August. The release of scores of female detainees held in jails formed part of the deal arranged by Turkey, Qatar and Lebanon. Lebanese officials say a third part of the deal called for the Syrian government to free a number of women detainees to meet the rebels' demands. On the ground in Syria, inspectors from the UN and the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons reconvened in Damascus after visiting 18 of 23 chemical weapons sites. OPCW spokesman Michael Luhan said the inspectors were on track to meet a November 1 deadline to destroy the production facilities and equipment used for mixing chemicals and filling munitions. The group is racing to meet a tight deadline set by the UN to destroy Syria's chemical weapons arsenal by mid-2014. Luhan said 3 teams of inspectors carried out functional destruction activities at almost all the sites. He added that the Syrian government has so far been cooperative. Germany has summoned the U.S. ambassador to Berlin over suspicions that Washington spied on Chancellor Angela Merkel's mobile phone. This is according to a foreign ministry spokeswoman in Germany, who says Foreign Minister Guido Westerwelle will personally meet with U.S. envoy John Emerson today, in a highly unusual step between the decade-long allies. Merkel had called U.S. President Barack Obama on Wednesday, demanding answers after learning U.S. spies may have monitored her phone. She warned this would be a breach of trust between international partners. White House spokesman Jay Carney says the United States is not monitoring and will not monitor the communications of the Chancellor, but did not deny the possibility her communications may have been intercepted in the past. Coming up next, we continue with our breast cancer series for Pink October. Stay tuned for the exclusive. Welcome back. First, we welcomed a doctor to talk about breast cancer awareness. Continuing with our Pink October series, our very own Yumna Naufal talks to a breast cancer survivor and her daughter. Over to you, Yumna.
Thank you, Linda. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Layla Ajam and her daughter Aya today. Named by We Initiative, a positive, righteous, and a beautiful person inside and out, Layla Ajam was diagnosed with cancer in 2005 at the age of 47. In 2006, FutureTV's Zaven hosted Layla as his guest, making her the first woman in Lebanon to go live on television and talk about breast cancer. Welcome, Layla. Thank you for being here. You've told me before, because we sat down and we talked about this, that there was no history of breast cancer in the family, and you were eating right, no alcohol, exercising, no smoking. So what was your reaction like when they told you that you had breast cancer?
It was shocked for me because I was doing my yearly checkup, and just because I'm doing my yearly checkup, this is how I know that I have breast cancer. And it was shocked for me because I'm doing the right things, and it happened that I have breast cancer.
And they told you it was just a string of bad luck.
Yes, it
so
is.
At the time that you were diagnosed with breast cancer was not really talked about in Lebanon because you said it was a big taboo.
Yes.
So what made you go out and say, look at me, this is what I'm going to go through, I'm not going to hide from the world?
Because I love life. I love to go out. I like to see people. I like to see the nature. I don't want to hide. And I think I don't do something wrong. This is what God willing. Maybe there is something about it. This is why I have a breast cancer. I don't know why. But just because I love life. I don't want to stay home or hide from people.
You weren't embarrassed at all. You said, I'm going to talk about it.
No.
I know that you inspired a lot of women to go out and get mammograms because you said that more and more women now are getting it at a younger age. And after you went on television and spoke about it, more women were aware of it.
I let them wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up. You should do a mammography. You should do ultrasound. You should test yourself, especially if they have history, especially if they are not in a good condition in their health. This is very important to do mammography, ultrasound every year, and especially if they have mom or sister or genetic in the family.
Okay.
They should go.
You went through chemotherapy.
Yes.
How much time of chemotherapy?
8 sessions of chemotherapy. It was so hard.
Did you lose your...
Yes, I lost my hair from the first session, believe it or not. Then my daughter Noor, my daughter Aya, Noor, Samar, I have 3 girls. They helped me a lot.
I know, and we're going to talk to Aya about this in 1 second. I know that usually when, women lose their hair, they go and they buy wigs. But you said, I'm just going to wear my scarf and make it very fashionable. And this is where you came in, and I want to know a little bit about how did you feel when your mom was diagnosed with breast cancer?
How I reacted, you mean? Well, my reaction was I honestly felt that I got diagnosed with cancer. That's how much the fear was. So it was kind of like a reality check. And so yeah, of course, it was a scary moment because at the time we didn't know what was happening. We didn't know what stage she was in or anything about it. So I went ahead and I did my own research and I talked to friends that had breast cancer.
What did you find out? What was the prevalent thing you found out?
Well, first of all, there is a cure. And a lot of women do get cured if you have an early detection,
which your mom did have.
So that was really, knowledge is power, and it brought more peace, I guess, within me. So that was my personal.
I remember when we were talking about this earlier, you said a defining moment was after your mom had undergone surgery.
Yeah. And
you walked into the room. Can you tell me about that moment?
She got out of the surgery. She didn't know what happened in the surgery because they have to remove like the lymph nodes. So so I guess when she got out of the surgery and into the room, and I walked in there, and it was just sort of chaotic with her. She had just woken up from the surgery, and so she asked me if everything was okay, if everything was still intact with her, and basically I just looked at her straight in the eye and I said, don't worry, everything is still intact, you're fine.
Yeah. The only thing I want to know if they remove my breast.
Yes.
They did, well,
and so I just wanted to reassure her, and I knew that was what was bothering her, so.
I want to commend you on your strength as a woman, but also on your fashionable sense that you got from your daughter. So the whole wig thing, I remember we talked about that. You said, let's not do the wig, let's do the scarf thing.
Yeah,
so
let's not do anything fake. Let's just, every person has to go through certain moments in their life. Let's just dress it up. Let's just put makeup on it. Whatever.
But you know what? I get the wigs because I know.
Did you ever wear a wig?
Everybody when they have they don't have hair, immediately they wear a wig. I bought it and I put it on my head. Then I try to touch it. Then I feel myself. I'm fake.
Odd.
I'm fake. It's not me.
So
my dad didn't approve of the. He wasn't comfortable with the wig.
Okay.
But when we did the whole scarves thing, because at that time, Kylie Minogue went through breast cancer,
right,
and her hair fell off, and I liked what she did with herself, but she didn't hide it. So she put the scarf in a really trendy way. So I was like, let's try this.
When you think about it today, 7 years later, 8 years later, do you think, okay, I came out, I talked about it, I'm proud to have talked about it. What message do you want women today to know?
Because I'm very healthy. I consider myself, I'm very healthy. I'm regular checkup in everything, blood, my teeth, everything.
She eats well, she does sports.
Even my eyes, everything checkup. So as you said, I do exercise, I run, everything. I'm a healthy person. I got diagnosed with cancer. How about people? They don't do all of this. This is why, please, the mammography, they do all their best in Lebanon to do it in a very good prices, so anybody can do a mammography and ultrasound to check it at the beginning. This is very important.
To find out.
And you know what? Very important, like your age, also, they should also consider it and go and do mammography. It's not now 40 years or 35 years old, they do mammography.
I went for an ultrasound this Tuesday.
Oh,
I did.
bravo.
I mean, I felt it was important for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It wasn't so bad.
It was no. I mean, I think it's just important to let women know what's out there, but most importantly, not to be ashamed of it. Because why do you think it's such a taboo in Lebanon? Why do you think it is a taboo?
You know what? Maybe because they will lose their hair. This is maybe they consider it something bad how they will look, that they don't have hair. They feel shy about themselves. I don't know why. There is no reason to be shy
While you were going through it and you were going out and you were seeing people, do you remember their reaction towards you? Do you remember anybody saying something like, why would you do this? Why didn't you leave the country?
As I told you, I love life. I have my families, they support me. I have my friends.
But did others look at you differently?
Some people, yes. Some people, they think it's bad. Some people, they don't like it. Some people, they don't mention it even. I don't know why, but now I think these days they change. They change their mind because people now, they go out, they can talk about it like on TV. They can say about it, not like before it was taboo. They begin to change, but still some people, they don't like it.
What did you take from all this? I mean, you're a younger woman, obviously much younger, and you saw your mom go through this. So what would you advise anybody who has a family member going through this right now?
Okay, well, first of all, everyone should just go through the responsibilities and go get their checkups. That's all you need to do. Just go get your yearly checkup, and that there is a cure. It might be a long process. It might be an easy process, but whatever it is, just keep your chin up, and you can go through it.
You can get through it.
It's a passing phase.
Thank you so much. I'm just going to go back to Lynn, but before I do, I just want to say that I agree with We Initiative, who said and called you a true role model and known to many for her positive outlook on life, her immeasurable generosity towards others, and a genuine smile. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you,
thank you, Aya.
Thank you so much.
We'll go back to you, Linda.
Thank you, Yumna. And on that note, we end our bulletin today. Now, let me remind you of the headlines. 1 person is killed and 8 others injured in renewed fighting and sniper activity in Tripoli. Syrian authorities released a total of 62 women detainees, the latest in a 3-way prisoner exchange. And finally, Germany summons the U.S. ambassador to Berlin over suspicions Washington is monitoring Chancellor Angela Merkel's mobile phone. Those were your Thursday headlines from Future TV, live from Beirut. We'll be back again tomorrow for more updates, and have a great evening till then.